Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture. In our today's lecture, we are going to learn about the Reliable Data Transfer 2.0. So let's start. So the Reliable Data Transfer RDT 2.0 protocol works on reliable data transfer over a bit error channel. So as we know that there is a need to check that the packet received by the receiver is correct or not, is there any error occurred while transmission. So to check that bit error, the protocol Reliable Data Transfer RDT 2.0 is used. So it is specially used for bit error channel. So it is a more realistic model for checking a bit errors that are present in a channel while transferring it. Maybe the bits in the packets are corrupted. So to check if packet received is corrupted or not, so for that the Reliable Data Transfer, or we can say that RDT 2.0 is used. Such a bit errors occurs in physical components of the network when the packet is transmitted, propagated or buffered. In this, we'll be assuming that all the transmitted packets that are received in the order in which they were sent. So here we are just assuming that I sent the message and that send is successfully received by the receiver. But that is not happen every time. Sometimes it is happen that some error due to some physical device, some transmission media, yes, over internet, so for any reason this is happen. So for that so bit error is occurred or packet may be corrupted. So in this condition we ask the user to sign the acknowledgement of the packet, that the packet received is corrected or not, or it contains error or not. So for that the receiver send the acknowledgement to the sender, and if the packet is received correct, then send the positive acknowledgement, and if not, then it send the negative acknowledgement to the sender. So the sender again send that packet to the receiver. So that is the concept of RDT 2.0. Next, in this protocol we detect the error by using checksum field. Yes, now we all know that how to calculate the checksum. So checksum is a field, and this field is changed when packet is corrupted. So in this protocol we mainly focus on the checksum field. So the checksum is a value that represents the number of bits in the transmission message. Yes, this is a number of bits. To check this checksum value calculated by the end user is even slightly different from the original checksum value. This means that the package is corrupted. The mechanism that is need to allow the receiver to detect bit errors in packet using checksum is called the error detection. Now suppose we have one message. Suppose our message is hello. Yes, our message is hello. Now when we transfer that message on the transmission media, it is converted into the binary format. Yes, suppose this is the binary format 10110. So this is the original message. Now at the receiver side, the received message is something like 10011. Yes, so now we can see that one bit is changed, 1 becomes 0 and 0 become 1. So that change is called the bit error, and that bit error we can check using the checksum field. So at the receiver side the checksum is calculated, and if it is slightly slightly different from the original, then we can definitely say that it is a corrupted package. So we acknowledge the sender about this, and sender again signed this original packet. So this is how it is work. This technique allows the receiver to detect and possibly correct the packet bit errors. in this we only need to know that this technique requires that extra bits be sent from sender to receiver. These bits will be gathered into the packet checksum field of RDT 2.0 packet. Now in this technique we just detect the errors and possibly correct that bit errors, and we only need to know that the which bit is which of this bit is extra in this message, or which bit is changed. So we just only store that bit on the checksum field on the data packet. Another technique is a receiver feedback. Since the sender and receiver are executing on a different end system, the only way to the sender to learn the learner's scenario, whether or not packet was received correctly, it is that the receiver should provide explicit feedback to the sender. The positive acknowledgement and negative acknowledgement replies in the message. So a 0 value indicates a negative and 1 value indicates the positive acknowledgement. So as we discussed, the RDT 2.0 calculate the checksum value, and it tries to correct that bits at the receiver end. So this is one scenario, but the old, or we can say that another scenario is the receiver's feedback. So without correcting that packet, just receiver send the acknowledgement to the sender, and the sender again send that corrupted package to the receiver. So this is how the scenarios work. So this is the figure. This is one side is the sender and this is second side is a receiver. So here it's RDT underscore send method is used to send the data, and RDT underscore receive method is used to receive the data. So this is in this cycle, wait, the send the data, it is wait for acknowledgement. After acknowledgement, if it is a positive, then no worry. If it is a negative, then again resend the packet. So this is how the processes work. So this so that's it all about the RDT 2.0. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.